Have you ever wondered what life was like in ancient Egypt's golden age? Picture a time spanning roughly from 1550 BC to 1070 BC. This was an era flourishing with prosperity, remarkable architectural feats, and a vibrant infusion of art and culture that still influences us today. It was a period when the Nile's fertile banks were teeming with life, and the pharaoh's reign brought about an era of peace and stability. The Golden Age saw the construction of awe-inspiring pyramids and majestic temples, symbols of a civilization that mastered the art of building. Art and culture weren't left behind. They blossomed, mirroring the society's prosperity, with intricate hieroglyphics and exquisite sculptures becoming commonplace. This was a time when the desert sands whispered tales of grandeur, and the people thrived under the warmth of the Egyptian sun. Now let's delve deeper into the daily life of an ancient Egyptian during this illustrious era. To understand life in ancient Egypt, you must first comprehend the social hierarchy. The grandeur of ancient Egypt was built on a well-structured social order that was as intricate as the pyramids themselves. At the apex of this social pyramid was the pharaoh, considered a living god. The pharaoh held supreme power, making laws, waging wars, and overseeing the spiritual and temporal affairs of the kingdom. Just beneath the pharaoh was the nobility, which consisted of priests, government officials, and military leaders. These individuals wielded considerable power, often acting as the pharaoh's trusted advisors. They were tasked with maintaining order, collecting taxes, and supervising state projects. Next in line were the scribes and craftsmen. Scribes were the educated elite, responsible for keeping records, drafting official documents, and handling legal matters. Craftsmen, on the other hand, were skilled workers who created Egypt's famous art, jewelry, and monuments. Farmers and peasants made up the bulk of the population. They tilled the land along the fertile Nile, growing crops that fed the nation and supported the economy. Despite their essential role, they were considered lower class, often living in simple mud brick houses. At the bottom of the social hierarchy were the slaves, often prisoners of war or people in debt. Their lives were undoubtedly harsh, laboring under the relentless Egyptian sun, building monuments that still stand today. Social mobility in this society was possible, but rare. Exceptional talent or favor from the pharaoh could elevate an individual's status. However, for the most part, people were born into their social class and remained there for life. This hierarchy, rigid as it may seem, was vital to the functioning of ancient Egypt. It ensured order, stability, and prosperity, influencing every aspect of daily life from work to worship. Whether you were a pharaoh or a peasant, your place in this hierarchy determined your duties, your lifestyle, and your opportunities. This hierarchy played a significant role in shaping the daily lives of the ancient Egyptians. Now that we've understood the social structure, let's explore the daily life and occupations of the ancient Egyptians. Life in ancient Egypt was largely shaped by one's occupation, which in turn was often determined by one's social status. From farming to building, crafting to trading, the array of occupations was as diverse as the people themselves. Agriculture was the backbone of the Egyptian economy, and the majority of the population was involved in farming in one way or another. The Nile River, the lifeblood of Egypt, played a crucial role in this. Its annual flooding deposited rich, fertile soil along its banks, creating ideal conditions for growing crops like wheat, barley, flax, and papyrus. But the Nile wasn't just for farming. It was also a major trade route, connecting Egypt to the rest of the world. Goods like grain, gold, papyrus, and linen were loaded onto boats and sent down the river to be traded with neighboring lands. Beyond farming and trading, many Egyptians were employed in construction. Building was a major industry, whether it was erecting monumental pyramids, crafting intricate statues, or constructing grand temples. The work was labor-intensive and often carried out under the harsh sun. But the Egyptians believed their toil was not in vain. They saw their work as contributing to the glory of their pharaohs and their gods. Craftsmen and artisans, too, played a vital role in society. They created everything from jewelry and pottery to clothing and furniture. Their work showcased the incredible skill and creativity of the Egyptian people. Despite the demanding nature of their occupations, the ancient Egyptians did have the concept of free time. They enjoyed music, games, and festive gatherings. They held feasts and celebrated religious festivals. Work was an integral part of their lives, but so were leisure and enjoyment. Work was an integral part of their lives, but so were their beliefs and practices. Religion was a cornerstone of life in ancient Egypt. It was an intricate web woven into every aspect of their existence. The Egyptians were polytheistic, meaning they worshipped a pantheon of gods, each with unique roles and responsibilities. Gods like Ra, the sun god, or Osiris, the god of the underworld, were not distant entities, but an integral part of their daily lives. Rituals were of paramount importance, and Egyptians meticulously performed them to seek the gods' favor. These rituals were believed to maintain order and harmony in the universe. The belief in an afterlife was also a significant aspect of their faith, shaping much of their actions and decisions. This belief led to the construction of the imposing pyramids, grand tombs for their pharaohs, ensuring their safe passage to the afterlife. These monumental structures stand today as a testament to their deeply ingrained faith. Their religion and beliefs were not just part of their lives but also their deaths. So, life in ancient Egypt's golden age was a blend of hard work, societal roles, and deep-rooted beliefs. From the pharaohs at the top to the slaves at the bottom, the social hierarchy was clearly defined, and everyone had their role to play. Occupations varied widely, but whether you were a farmer, a scribe, or a soldier, your work was vital to the functioning of this complex society. Religion was the cornerstone of life, influencing everything from daily routines to monumental construction projects. The ancient Egyptians had a profound respect for their gods and the afterlife, which shaped their worldview and their actions. In essence, the Golden Age of ancient Egypt was a time of societal stability, economic prosperity, and cultural richness, all underpinned by a deep-seated belief system. And with that, we've journeyed through the Golden Age of ancient Egypt, an era that continues to fascinate us even today.